Bertie, hi.
Oh my god, I've been missing this for a long time.
I have no idea what's going to happen at the end of this. Welcome, and I guess at the
We-
time of recording, we have no idea what the output of this is going to be. My guess is it's going to be us talking a little bit, and then song, us talking, song, etc., etc. And who knows, maybe 5 years down the line, this will be a thing, and this will be the first of
yeah.
those.
If at any point of time in the future Bruce Sood looks at this like, hey, thank you, man.
So today we are going to talk about a band that I have come to love greatly over the last couple of years, or at least the last 1.5 years. Really, is the Pineapple Thief. Is a English progressive rock band technically, and I have just completely fallen in love with how they blend various genres and at the same time are possibly the most melodic progressive rock band that I have come across. Arguably, there are better modern progressive rock bands in the sense like, yeah, sure, there's a Porcupine Tree, of course, and then there's purely from a musical standpoint, Thank You Scientist is probably better. And of course, if you like heavier stuff, there's lots of stuff. But there's something about the Pineapple Thief which just they just tug at emotion and soundscapes beautifully.
Yeah.
And the parallels that I mean, it's typically said that if you like Porcupine Tree, you will like the Pineapple Thief. And I see those parallels over there. There's a lot of sound is similar. Gavin Harrison is now the drummer who used to be the drummer for Porcupine Tree at one point. Bruce Sood kind of like sounds like Steven Wilson with a little bit of Thom Yorke thrown in, I
Oh,
guess, and Billy
interesting.
Corgan
Yeah.
from the Smashing Pumpkins. But
Mm.
yeah, but what I like about them, and Bertie, you know me, right? I listen to the discography completely, right, from top to finish. And what
Yeah.
a couple of things, right, have struck me. One, the evolution of the band, and how they've just, they've tried a lot of experiments. That's what I love about these guys. And there's a little bit of electronic stuff that's thrown in there. Arguably, more experiments than even Porcupine Tree have tried. And the
Yeah.
second, the immense sense of melody, man. I think these guys are pop artists at heart with progressive tendencies.
Yeah.
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 What do you think?
Uh, so I have a very interesting story with Pineapple Thief because somebody I can't remember who had named the song as PT. Okay, and they were playing it. I think on a system or in a car system. And then obviously the way it starts with the breathing is like Porcupine Tree
Yeah.
probably, and it starts. Then the vocals come in, and I'm like, that does not sound like Steve Wilson, and that's not. And the sound sounds like Porcupine Tree, but it's not.
Yeah.
And then only I realized that it was not Porcupine Tree. It's a different band called Pineapple Thief, and that's how I
When was
discovered them.
this? How long ago was this?
Quite a time, like 2015. I'm guessing 2015, 2016, because this was before Gavin Harrison joined.
Yeah, yeah. And that was a long time back. Gavin Harrison actually quite recent into.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, this was much before. I think it was Keith Harrison. There's a different Harrison
The other
who's
Harrison.
not related. Who's not related?
Also
Very
great drummer, by
interestingly.
the way.
Yeah, he's a great drummer, but yeah. So he was also. I mean, that's how I discovered them. Now, here, as you said, I would call them prog psych rock.
Prog psych rock. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, the thing is this: Porcupine Tree has this tendency to go dark and
Yeah.
deep and very melancholy,
Yeah.
right? Which Steven Wilson arguably is the master of melancholy.
Yeah.
He's like I consider him the Edgar Allan Poe of
Yeah. Wow.
our generation. Okay.
That's quite a leap to take, but sure, I do.
Yeah. So the Pineapple Thief, on the other hand, has a more. It's not melancholy. I can't explain it. It's dark, but it's not
There's also
depressing.
sunshine, like in the
Yeah,
story, there's also
exactly,
beam of
exactly,
sunshine coming in. But
exactly,
Wilson
exactly.
is just like
It,
yeah, yeah.
it, like Steven Wilson is like it's cloudy and you're in this house and you can't get out and you open the window.
But it's beautiful clouds. It's like a
It
beautiful.
it is it's absolutely amazing. But in Pineapple Thief, there's a bit of sunlight in the corner and like, oh, you know what? The day is dawning. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like so that's how I would consider them. And again, I love long songs and I love hooks. I mean, obviously everybody does. The hook is the most important part of a song, right? And Bruce has this amazing ability to write hooks in using the chord structures.
Oh, interesting.
So the music, people usually write hooks with a tune or with a melody,
Hmm.
right? Bruce's chord structures are actually hooks, which I find very interesting. Like the way he plays the chord. Like once you start listening to Pineapple Thief, you'll know
Interesting.
that after some
So I
time.
haven't explored it musically, and obviously that's why we have
Ah,
you over here to do all that for us. Um,
well,
so,
you can say.
Well,
You can
I
say
think
so.
let's take that as we go,
Ah,
because we have a long way to cover.
oh
As
yes.
I don't know when you guys who's watching this are going to be listening to this, but it's 8:30 p.m. as of for us. It's a working day for both
Uh,
tomorrow
on a Sunday evening,
on a
yes.
Sunday evening, but that's fine. I suppose that's not a bad way to spend time. So, how much of a nerd are you with respect to the Pineapple Thief, Bertie?
Not as much as you.
I'm
Not.
not. That's the thing. I'm not. I am not actually that much of a nerd. I just have heard a lot of the music, and I'm obsessive
Yeah.
about ranking songs because
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
that's me.
exactly.
So what we're going to do today, actually, and possibly spilling over to tomorrow, technically, is we are going to play what I have like ranked as my top 20. They could change eventually. They might change during the course of this itself. But yeah, and we'll just get Coach's reaction to all of them. I'm sure you've heard some of them at some point. Hopefully, I've put out something that you haven't heard before.
I've never done a reaction video, by the way.
You've
This is
never
the
done a
first.
reaction video. That's
This will
great.
be
So
the
you're
first.
actually not going to see Bertie's reactions because the way this is going to work out, only I'm going to see Bertie's reaction. So I'm actually I